This video, we're assembling the penguin envelope box card. So the first thing you want to do is just lay out all your pieces, make sure you have everything identified, and then we'll just get right into it. This has two inserts, and these pieces here with the wider tab are the base of your card. So I'm going to start by putting these two together. That helps me make sure that I'm putting my pieces on the right side of these of the card, especially this liner. I have put that in on the wrong side before. Now, if you want a big space to write on, cut two of the liners and put that on the back. This is what I have for the sentiment on the back, but you could cut one of these for the back, and then that'll give you, if you need the color, if you need it to be a lighter color, then you can write on the whole back side of the card. Okay, so I'm just going to attach them together just like this, and I've already glued these two pieces together, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in place. And you just want to kind of center it. Just eyeball it. This would be really cute with the right patterned paper. I just really liked the look of the pastels. I decorate in traditional Christmas colors, but I do like the Christmas pastels. I wish that I had enough time to decorate in every color palette in every different room, because Christmas is just so much fun. You can do your dark reds and greens, you can do pastels, you could do neon colors. Please excuse my inky fingertips. I inked all these pieces before I started. Clean that off. That's really getting messy. So my fingertips are all this mint green color. So if you're wondering about the inking, let me get this into place. I just, this particular color that I'm using, it matches the paper. Usually I use blue on white, but so it's brand new, so it inks too thick. So I use a dauber, and I just ink up my dauber, and I just rub this here on the edges all the way around. And then my snowflakes, which is how I get my thumbnail, I just do like this. I usually put my thumb where I want the ink to stop, and I wind up inking my thumb. Okay, so that's how you do that. So I've got the outside of this card done here. Now we're going to flip it over, and on the inside, put your panel. Okay, so now with the card base done, let's pull in our snowflakes. I want to make sure to get all these little edges so that none of them poke up. A fine tip glue bottle will really come in handy when gluing the snowflakes. Now I do have some tiny glue dots, foam dots, so I think I want to use these. I'm recording. There you go. So I'm going to use one on each tip here of my snowflake. A lot of times when I record, I either record early morning or, well, it's still early morning, or late night, 1 or 2 in the morning, or early in the morning before my household gets up. But that was my son leaving. He usually doesn't start his day so early. He's a teenager. He usually sleeps till noon. When you have 5 children, you find ways to get things done when nobody is up to ask you for things. Okay, so there's our back layer. And now let's pull in our penguin. One thing I love about this penguin is that it's so simple to put together. Watch me mess it up. I'm going to put the tummy on first because I do like to put the face piece just slightly over it. Not a lot, and you don't have to do that. That's just how I prefer to do it. And then for my nose, the nose is so tiny that I'm going to put the dot of glue on my penguin. There we are. I'm going to use a little bit bigger foam dot for this. going to glue this in place. I'm going to glue this down flat because I'm going to pop up the whole thing with a foam dot. When I put it on. Okay. So let's go ahead and put the foam dot on it. Actually, can't get that bottom off. There it goes. Okay, move those out of my way, and let's fold these back. I used to really struggle with box cards to get everything lined up the right way, and then I figured out this technique and I really like it. So what you do, this is the side here of your box. So like you stand it up, have your tabs out flat, and just lay this down across the back and put it right to that back corner. And we're going to put glue, and it's going to glue right where it needs to be. So this is how it would be when it's closed, okay? And then you can see when I open it up, that side is glued exactly where it needs to be. Then for the next piece, we're going to lay this on top. And glue it, and it's going to be exactly where it needs to be. And the reason I do it standing up is so that all of my pieces are lined up across the bottom because they're all standing on the table. And that's why I do it with it standing up. And then now you will see here, 1, 2, your 2 tabs, and they're kind of cascading. Because I have foam on this back layer, it's bulging this up a little bit, so you do have to kind of, work around that a little bit. But now you're going to put glue on these 2 tabs. You want to get enough that it'll stick, but not too much that it'll ooze over the side. Okay, now you can see them a little clearly. Now, this edge that we just glued on is down flat, and this side is coming up. And we're going to just grab these 2, and these are gluing in place exactly where they need to be. And before I pick it up, I like to fold it both ways just to get it good and glued down. And there it is. Now, sometimes, depending on how much foam tape I want to use on a piece, I may wait to insert that piece until after I've put my box together, because sometimes it can affect, where those pieces are gluing. I want to make sure that that is down. And then I'm just going to take my snowflake here for the front and just kind of pop her on. So there is the penguin snowflake box card. Thank you for joining me.